Hello everyone, this is Ben from Mobile North. Today I'm reviewing the HTC ONE. This is the 2014 offering from HTC, and it's a fully curved aluminum unibody design with a 5-inch screen. It's similar in size to other Android offerings, and it's a great looking phone, and I've had it for a couple of weeks. You can see at the back, hasn't been scratched at all. So the only problem I would say is that it feels like it might slip out of my hand because it's just so smooth. So I would recommend going out and getting an aftermarket case, because I just would hate to have it slip and then you have a cracked screen. Out of the box weight is great, and the visuals are just incredible as well. This phone's currently retailing in Canada for $700. So what's really nice about this phone is that there's 5 ways to turn it on besides the top button here. You can take the phone, just double tap it. That'll take you right to the display to wake up your phone. If you swipe it to the left, that takes you to your home screen. If you swipe it to the right, that opens up Blink Feed, and Blink Feed is where all your social media goes. You can look up the sports from last night, see who won the game. You can also swipe it down. That will turn on voice dialing. And if you swipe it up, that takes you right back to the last place you were. So in my case, I was at Blink Feed. You can also answer the phone just by picking it up and holding it to your ear. Battery life is a non-issue on this phone. What I chose to do was just keep it at the power saving, turn on right there, and then that would last all day on a single charge. Never had to worry about it. Right now this phone is running KitKat, as it's Android-based software, but it's got some really nice bells and whistles. For example, Blink Feed, and as well it's got things like an FM radio, a little unnecessary, but it's there if you need it. The calendar app is really good. I much prefer that over the stock Android app. And there's some good widgets as well that go along with that to make it very useful. And there's things like Kid Mode. If you have kids and you're afraid that they might do some roaming fees or end up making long distance phone calls, it's a great way to hand your phone over and know that you're not going to have any surprises when your bill comes. The only thing that I found a little bit frustrating about the is that you can't keep swiping to the right and have it go all the way to your home screen. So it blocks you from going all the way around. Other than that, I thought the software was wonderful. The display is full 1080 HD on a 5-inch Gorilla Glass case. It's quite visible in all different light situations. The colors are fantastic. The viewing angle is very wide. The only thing that I didn't really like was that the 3.5 jack was at the bottom rather than being at the top. Now the reason for that is because this can double as your TV remote, and they just didn't have the room at the bottom to make that happen. Other than that, it's a really great phone visually and as far as the jacks. Now as far as memory, it does come with 32 gigabytes of memory, but there is external micro SD card holder right here, and you can put up to 128 gigabytes in the external. It also comes with a 2.3 gigahertz Qualcomm Snapdragon 801 chip with a 2 gigabyte RAM, so it's quite fast. And I did turn off. You can see it's extremely fast. So if you are doing things like uploading to Facebook, if you're making tweets, that kind of thing, very, very fast. It really works well with social media sites as well. The sound on this phone is incredible. Really loud. It's got a boom sound technology, and that way if the phone, if you're using it and you're projecting it for a few people, it makes it very easy to hear. It keeps the crispness as well of the phone, of the sound, rather than getting muddy the way a lot of cell phones will. Now the only thing that it could do better is the camera, and I'll upload some pictures to the Mobile North site. What I found was that the camera worked really well if you were inside and you were taking pictures with low light. That's the 4 megapixel ultra pixels technology that they've used. So if you're outside and it's bright light, it does get a little bit grainy and not quite as good. but I'll show you some pictures and you can decide for yourself. I would recommend using that external memory to avoid worrying about the drive space. But for everyday indoor camera use, this thing is really, really good and it's very powerful. I wouldn't consider the camera necessarily a strike against it. It just depends on what you're using it for. Overall, this is a great phone and I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. Thank you. This has been Ben from Mobile North.